Good morning from northern Wyoming. It's a kind of icy, wet, sloppy kind of morning. We had a front move through. Well, 2 days ago, the last time I flew, was snowing pretty hard. And then it warmed up yesterday. I had to work, so I couldn't fly yesterday. But yesterday it rained, and so it's all wet. And it's somewhat frozen up, but not completely. And we got more weather coming in, but the temperature's going to drop actually quite a bit. Calling for 6 to 12 inches of snow over the next day or so, and then temperatures down well into the negatives. But I'm gonna hit this spot out here quick. I was here just 2 days ago, and I don't normally hit a spot again this soon, but it was when it was snowing hard. And this is a spot I found grouse the 2 times before that I was here. And they weren't here when it was really snowing, which makes sense. They wouldn't be out exposed, they'd be more in cover. So I'm just gonna drive down here, see if they're in this one little spot, and I'll run my dog on the way out if I don't spot them on the way in. And then if they're not here, I'm gonna go to a completely different field, leave the rest of this area alone. But this little spot's just too tempting since it's sharptail grouse, and it's when they're here, they're easy to spot, and it's a good slip. I assume the wind is behind me, but I should probably check before I get too far into this. Well, the wind is not to my back as I expected. It should be out of the north. It's kind of coming toward me, but I'm not going to put the dog out because the times I've been here before, I've just spotted them real easy in the grass. So I'm just going to drive up, take a look, and then double check the wind. Maybe come back and run the dog through it, but just going to do a drive-by quick. No grouse. There's a rabbit right there, but it's right next to a hole. Not that I'd be hawking rabbits, but Mike with his red tail might be interested if it was a little more rabbits and a little better slip. Well, I didn't see anything grouse-wise coming through. I'm gonna come right back up here, turn around and check the wind again, and run a dog through it. I have to go back to the other end to do that, but that's okay. Yeah, it's going to be better to run the dog the other direction, so we'll dive back through it, keep my eyes peeled again just in case I miss something that I can spot on the way through, and run the dog through it. Get them loaded up and try somewhere else. this spot was worth a shot to check, just in case the grouse were here. I don't want to run the dog in this whole field, other places, because I was just here and worked it pretty hard 2 days ago. So I'm going to go to a completely different field and work that one. So we'll drive there. Okay, I'm in a completely different location where I was a few minutes ago. It's got some wet spots under it, so it's not completely froze up, but it's froze up enough I'm not making tracks or tearing anything up, so it should be fine. Should be able to get where I need to go. And the last few times I've been here, I found Huns, and they've been kind of up on top of the ridge. So I'm not going to bother running a dog down here yet. I'm going to go straight to that spot where I found them the last few times, run that first. And if that doesn't pan out, then I'll work some of this other areas. And then if that doesn't pan out, I've got pigeons. So we'll just head straight up there, obviously keeping my eyes peeled for any I might see in the sagebrush on the way up. A little bit wet and sloppy getting up here, but not too bad. Okay, the wind isn't perfectly in my nose. It's out of about, 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock, maybe somewhere in there, but definitely worked best to run it this direction. And it's a decent wind, probably at least 3 to 5 miles an hour. So we should have pretty good scenting conditions. Down over the edge enough, I've lost signal. Get my pocket link a little higher. Let's see if we can get him back. I have to stand up even higher. Okay, got a single ping on turbo mode, 2,000 feet away. Wow, okay. He's up and on my left quite a ways. With the turbo mode, you don't get speed or distance, so I don't know if he's moving or not. I mean, you get distance, but not speed. Okay, got another ping. Same general area, but slightly different spot. He's really running with a lot of vigor, running real big today. The day of rest helped him. Okay, got another ping. Same general area, but a little different. He's just working up in there, it looks like. Just way far up. I think he's missed most of this to the right, so... I mean, the wind was kind of blowing across, but if he was down over the ridge, It'd blow over top his head, he'd miss it. So we might collect him up here and then reposition back and run it again. Get the parts he missed. That is unless, of course, he's on point up here and we just get a flight, then we'll just go home. He's directly ahead, 1,900 feet away. Getting closer because I'm going toward him and it looks like he might be coming toward me. Okay, now we got a good signal and he's coming toward me. And I can see him. Yeah, I'm going to call him in, put him up, back up, and run this again. He worked the left side wonderfully, but I want him to work the right side a little more thoroughly. He's gone down on the bottom to our right. He's actually behind us and way down in there. I don't know what's got him going there. Maybe got a scent or something, but go back a little bit. See if we can get eyes on him and find out what he's doing. He's moving down there, he's not on point. He's down there by those trees, 2,000 feet away, which is kind of the wrong direction for the wind. He's still way down there. I think I'm just going to whistle and call him in. He's on his way back. I don't know what that was all about, but we'll get him turned around and go in the direction we intend to go. He's still 1,000 feet out, but coming. He was twice that. Start getting pointed back the right direction. He's only 400 feet away now, coming up on our right. Should be able to see him over there. There's a little bit of a roll to the land and the sage is kind of tall. Okay, there I see him. On my right, coming up. When Astro was younger, I would have thought that that was just him chasing deer, but I broke him of that with the help of the shot collar. He hasn't chased them in really a couple of years, so I really would be surprised if he was doing that. But there was something got him going the wrong direction for the wind, unless the wind has changed on me. Now he's all tired from his runabout. He's right in front of my truck. There. Even going why it's being so difficult to work this right side this morning. Yeah, he's tired and warm, needs a little bit of a break. I'm going to put him in the truck, kind of a mental reset. I'm going to give him a drink of water. Put him in the truck, let him sit for just a minute or two, kind of like a reset. Give him a little bit of a breather too, and then let him back out again. It's like rebooting a computer, starts everything over. Well, I've given him just a few minutes. It doesn't need a lot of rest to reset, just a few. I'll double check my wind and let him out. Okay, well that makes more sense now. The wind has changed. The direction he had gone was the way the wind was blowing. So we'll go up here, turn around and work it back. Right now the wind is out of my 5 o'clock. Well, he's got some scent right in front of me. Back here. And he likes working down over the ridge because that's where I usually find the Huns here. But I find them on the flat too a fair bit. Gotta get him over there and working it. He's coming downwind to get a better angle on it. Oh, this should be far enough. Let's go. Earlier when I loaded him, I gave him a drink, even though he doesn't need it. And there's water everywhere and wet snow, but that's part of the mental routine reset thing. Give him his drink, get him head back on what we're doing. Oh, I guess that scent was nothing. This is starting to feel like one of those days that I'm going to end up just tossing pigeons. But I'm sure not giving up hope yet. I've only got today and tomorrow to fly, and then all next week I'm going to be working, won't be able to. So it'd be really nice to get flights in today and tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a freaking blizzard too, by the way the weather forecast says. Clyde will fly in a blizzard, and I've flown him in some pretty dang heavy snow, but if it's just too extreme, it's no fun for me to be out, but also I got to be able to see him and he's got to be able to see me just to coordinate things and make it work. Gonna need a little bit of visibility. And he went down over the ridge to the right again. Give him a minute to come back up and see if he can work this left side a little more. I'm determined he keeps avoiding it, I think just by happenstance, but you can get him over there and search it. I'll feel more comfortable that we've given this top a thorough searching. There he goes. Maybe. I think Astro feels like he's worked all this already. He doesn't want to go run that over there. Plus he's a little tired from his big run. Some days it just feels like nothing's falling together and working. The wind changing, and for some reason he isn't running over there. Just being stubborn about it. Right now it's mostly because he's tired. He wants to quit. The wind is coming a little bit from our left, so I get a little bit of scent from the left, but I'd really like him to just run it. Astro's giving up on this spot. He thinks there's nothing here. He thinks we've run it twice. He's wondering what we're doing. Gonna point and drive that way a little, maybe that'll help. You just get going. What the heck. Sometimes it's like beating your head against the wall and it's not working. And off to the right again. Sometimes you just gotta laugh. Okay, I give up. There wasn't much of this up here that we actually didn't run, so there's very likely nothing up here. So I'll head down below, see how muddy it is in different places, see if I can get through, and might just end up tossing them pigeons, but not quite done yet. See what the wind's doing these minutes. It's changing every few minutes. Well, it's the same as it was up top for now, at least. It's to my rear. So I'm going to drive along this and work it back. This bottom could be muddy. I don't want to tear things up, and I damn sure don't want to get stuck. I don't want to run the dog through these trees to the right. It's not a great slip, but it's getting late in the morning. Can't be picky. Like in games as scarce as it is this year, you can't be picky even first thing in the morning. Well, it's super wet down here. There's a lot of water on the surface, but the ground underneath it, the top half inch or inch is thawed, but underneath that it's all frozen, so I'm not digging in. So there's no risk really of getting stuck or tearing anything up for the most part. So we'll run Astro down through here, see what he comes up with. Well, we're getting on just about time to toss pigeons. It's 9:52 in the morning, which is getting awful late. There's not going to be any thermals today, so the eagle danger isn't going to be stupendously high. The thermal activity is the worst. But later in the morning, they just get to be more active and hunting more. They're kind of like teenagers. They kind of slow to get up a lot of times if they're left on their own devices. So I'm going to head out of this bottom, which wouldn't be a good place to toss pigeons. Go back up on top. There's a little bit of stretch up there I can run the dog on that in past years has always been real good for Huns, but and sharptail sometimes too. This year has not been particularly good, but it's a pretty brief run, so I'll just give that one last ditch effort with the dog. If there's nothing there, just toss some pigeons. Oh, it's a bit of a crosswind right here, but up ahead we'll turn to the left and it'll be directly into the wind, so that should be decent. It's the best we're going to get here. Run this last little bit, one last ditch effort to see if we can find something to hawk today. Astro sure put on some miles today. I don't hit the record to keep track of his total miles because every time I load him in the truck and drive a little ways, to be accurate, I'd have to stop it and restart again, add them all up. It'd be kind of a pain to get the total number. And it really isn't that helpful. He tells me when he's tired. Got to get an idea, but I bet he's run at least 10 miles today. He's got some extra duty coming up here too. Duty he won't mind. But, Perfetti's setter's coming into heat, and he and I both need pups, so we're gonna breed him to her and get us some pups for this year. So yeah, he's getting pretty tired. Just a little bit more up here, and then we'll put him in and go fly pigeons. Yeah, it should be a real good breeding. Good bloodlines, both sides, both good dogs. So I look forward to that. New puppies are always fun. Pain in the rear, but fun. But if anyone's going to be in the market, there'll be a few extras available, presumably. Obviously can't caliper puppies before they hatch, but we'll see what happens. Okay, this is pretty much the end of this run. Put them up, go fly pigeons. Come on, Astro! Gonna go back more in the middle of this field, get farther away from fences and the road. If you can pick your spot to fly, you might as well take the best spot. It's precipitating a little. I think it's just gonna get worse as the day goes on, at least the weatherman says it's going to. This is about as good as it gets. Hey, Clyde's more than ready to go. Okay, Clyde's on the wing. After the stoop, he just broke right off. Coming back for another one. Reward that behavior. Up! Woo! Up! Up! Come on! He's chasing that one a little more. But now he's broke off. Come on! Up! Oh, he's gonna go land. I get going again. Come on, up! Starting to snow pretty good now. Looks like I quit just in time. Have to get home before it gets too nasty. It's only about 10 miles to my house, so it's not like I got a long drive. That's good enough. Don't need to work them too hard today. Okay. Yep. 2.2 miles total. Only 146 feet. I thought he looked higher than that. I don't know if that was accurate, but I would have guessed about 250. Sometimes in these real overcast days it isn't real accurate, but it could have been. Who knows? Either way, not a bad day. Would have preferred, obviously, to find some game, but Take what you can get. I don't know how well the slop and wet today that I didn't get more wet and muddy than I am. But pretty good day. Thanks for watching.